Hey YouTubers, Captain Kenny here. We're in a new kitchen. I've had to recently move in with my mother, 56 years old, and having to move in with your mom. But unfortunately APS decided that either I move in over here or she goes to a home. So I decided I'm going to help my mom out and move in with her. I've been restoring the upstairs, which was dilapidated, and have moved in upstairs about 3 weeks ago. So it's almost the holidays and it's time for some English toffee. I've got a good recipe, nice and simple. It's 70% humidity, I think. Alexa, what's the humidity?
Currently, the humidity is 76%.
It was 70 not more than 30 minutes ago. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. You don't want to cook this stuff when it's humid because I've had more failures than turnouts. Because it's been humid, so don't do it when it's humid. Last night it was, I think, 52%. Should have cooked it last night. It's scheduled to rain all day tomorrow, so I'm going to deliver this out to some people that send me a lot of work, and also smoke a couple turkeys with them. But this is the new stove. I've been cooking on electric. Now I've switched to gas. I haven't cooked with gas since I left this house back in, like, I don't know, 1984, 83. Graduated high school in 1982. Left a few years after that. But I like gas. It's just a little learning curve. Been cooking on electric. Electric sucks if you ask me. But there's still hot spots on gas too, so stay tuned. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna do 2 cups of butter and 2 cups of sugar to start out with. You know what? I do not know if we have bag of vanilla here. We do need a little bit of vanilla. I've got these new flesh tone. I've got these new flesh tone gloves on. You know, a lot of the guys, they wear gloves. I decided I'm going to wear the flesh tone ones from now on. Trying to cut a little corners. Besides, no one's ever got sick from anything I cooked. I've worked at several restaurants. You know, we never wore gloves back then. I hated it when I had to wear gloves. When corporate came in and took over Pizza Hut, you had to wear gloves and then weigh everything. Tell you what, that was like the first nail in the coffin on that business. It'd help if we turned this on. Now we're going to get this to crack stage, which is, shit, I don't have a daggone thermometer here. Let's search and see if Mom has it. There we go, that'll work. I have got my thermal pin. That will work. So we need to get it to the, I don't know, I have to look it up, 305 degrees or something. Pretty daggum hot. Going on, I guess I need to get my shit together. Okay. There's 2 cups of sugar. Sesame seed oil, I do not think that will taste very good. I don't think we got vanilla here yet. I've only brought a limited selection of spices over here. I have not brought my whole spice cabinet, which I guess that needs to change, huh? Nope, I did not see. I thought I kept some of her old stuff. This little puppy and one of my vacations in Mexico. Nice little toothpick holder. What do y'all think about that? It's kind of original. She's starting to come up to a boil. Still got some chunks of butter in there. We're going to let this stuff completely melt before we put the sugar in. My big camera over here, big tripod. Because you know what? During the holiday season, it should be everything easy. Okay. 2 cups of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So it's basically 1 and 1. You can do 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of sugar. Easy peasy. And this will be the, what would you call that kind of heat? The toffee type material. I always think of them as Heath bars because they taste like Heath bars once you're done. So this will be 1 sheet. You know, you could do a double batch, but it seems like this doesn't do as well in a great big batch. It's like you need a special kettle. Hold your lip a certain one. I don't know if I can do that. It's 300. If the sugar is heated beyond 320, then it might not retain the solid form. No, we are going to go for 305. I'm gonna look again. I didn't say 300. 165, 162. You know what? I'll wipe that off with a napkin. I know. I like you had a couple beers today. Now I don't have any parchment paper, don't have no foil, so what I think I might do, a light layer of cooking spray on the cookie sheets. But you know, this stuff usually doesn't stick because it's got, you know, 2 cups of butter in it. I think I'll do it just on the cookie sheet with nothing on it. It's just starting to bubble a little bit. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:26 p.m.
Okay, I would say this has been going about 5 minutes. It's on a medium heat. I can see a trivet coming in our near future. Never owned a trivet, but I guarantee you we need one right now. So I got to lay this on the counter on a couple pot holders. I'll push those pot holders to the limit. That looks so good. If you stuck that on your tongue, the skin would just come off. Look at that. You know, candy making is like baking, and cooking is different than that, because some people can cook but they can't bake, some people can bake but they can't cook, and some people can make candy and they can't cook or bake, or some people can do all of it, but there's a science to making candy. I can't tell you how many batches of peanut brittle and English Toffee I have messed up. The first time I made it a double batch, and my wife made me throw it out because she said it would pull my fillings out. It was the stickiest stuff. Tasted good, but it was so sticky. It was like uncured peanut brittle. When you bit down, you couldn't pull your teeth back apart. Getting up there, 250. And you know, it kind of gradually goes up. It doesn't go up real fast. So you don't want to have the fire up real hot. You want to gradually bring it up, because if you got the fire up too hot, it'll scorch it. I'll tell you what, I've had my fair share of scorched peanut brittle. I had one customer, hey, will you mind, I just made this peanut brittle. And she had ate so much of it because she couldn't tell whether or not it was burnt. And I said, no, you burn it. Oh, I was going to give it to all my grandkids. She gave it all to me. Yeah, but it was burnt. I mean, you know, not terribly burnt. Just a little burnt. But it had a burnt taste to it. but you know me. This stuff's expensive. Cooking a brisket, cooking a chicken, cooking a daggum turkey, cooking candy. You buy all this stuff on materials and it doesn't turn out. It's a flop. And I sure as heck ain't gonna throw it out. I'm gonna eat it whether or not it's a flop or not. I've never really scorched it where it's been so bad I can't eat. I tell you, one time at the Deerleys, they cooked gumbo. And it was so damn scorched. And I ended up shooting a doe, got into camp late, and they're all eating this gumbo. I go get me a bowl, and they were almost finished. And I took one bite of it, and I said, "Oh my God, this stuff is burnt." And Kevin goes, "Tastes fine to me. This is just like how Donna makes it all the time." That's his wife. Oh, that was so funny. Now that Chuck's dead, Chuck used to be on our Deerleys. He was a coon ass from Louisiana. His brother or cousin or whatever, Daigle, he's a shrimp boat captain down in the Gulf of Mexico, so we had all the seafood we could eat all the time. So I'd say 3/4 of the time we were at the Deerleys, Chuck, which we call Cooney, was out cooking something for us. All the time. Fried shrimp. One time he had all these little flounders. His brother couldn't sell them because they were under, I guess, market size. But man, that's like crappie almost. They were delicious. If you get past, you got two eyes on one side, you know. Once you're past that, okay, what do we think we're at now? Any guesses? See, it hasn't even went up that much. 278. Yeah, getting there. See how it's turning browner? Don't let that drip on your leg. This last stage goes quick, so you gotta watch it. I think we might just leave the thermometer in it. That way we don't have to worry about it coming up to temp. Like I said, I'm gonna go up to 305. I don't want to have no soft coffee. Yeah. Stirring it kind of cools it off a little bit. It's probably got a little burnt spot. I can feel something right there in the middle. Something sticking. That's what you want to get off, because if it sticks too long, it will burn, and then you scrape that, and it will taint the entire batch. Now it feels kind of smooth. It's a flat spatula. It's not plastic, it's bamboo. Let's see what we're at. Ooh, damn near 300. Getting close. No. Let's get up a few more degrees. See how it's not nice and brown. I've got it where it's dark brown. I'll tell you what, you don't go too far. Just back up by 310. Oop, there's 305, 306. Just a few more minutes. We'll go 310. I'll tell you what, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I hate having jacked up toffee. Oh fuck, here it is. Excuse my French. Crapped cookie sheet. How it almost started burning stuff around the edges right there. See that little black right there? That'll ruin your day. We're back out again because we're fixing to do it all over again. Let's spread this out so it's everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. like that song. I could tell Alexa to play it for us, but we don't want to get knocked. Okay. We're going to let that sit for probably about 10 minutes. Let it come up to temperature a little bit. Cool off. That's what I mean. We'll sprinkle. Got a large bag. Fold it in half. Sprinkle half that on this batch. We're going to do a second batch and sprinkle the other half on it. But it needs to cool just a little bit more. Let me get this pot down. Batch number 2 going. And we are just going to let that other pan just soak because that stuff crystallized pretty good. So that means it was a good batch. Alexa, what's the humidity?
Right now, the humidity is 72%.
Alexa, what's the humidity?
Right now, the humidity is 72%.
Man, I think it went down. It was 76 earlier. I'll have to review the video footage. Okay. Batch number 2. You know, it's the holiday season. Man, so many people appreciate this toffee. You know, getting them a popcorn deal or something. Homemade vittles, that's where it's at. These people really appreciate you go through the trouble to make some homemade goods for them. The people I've been working with, shit, since 2002. That's what, 15 years. Shit. 2002. 12, 17 years. Been working with this company 17 years. And I tell you what, they like them smoked turkeys. Make a smoked turkey for them every year. Bring all the fixins. Maybe I'll video that. I'm gonna bring rolls, mustards, horseradishes, mayonnaises, and cut that puppy up. Now I've got 2 because they're only like a 17 pounders, and usually I bring like a 23, 24 pounder, but they had none. Okay, turn this down a little bit. Gonna go get us some 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. Put a little salt in it. About a 1/4 teaspoon. You know, I love cooking, but you know what? You get fat when you cook because you gotta taste it, you gotta eat it, and you gotta put a lot of hours in cooking. Cooking takes time. By the hour, it's not worth it to me. I thought about opening a restaurant. No, just the dog-eat-dog world. The Spaghetti Warehouse went out of business recently. Man, that was like the cornerstone of where you went if you were in Dallas back in the 80s, was Spaghetti Warehouse downtown Dallas. Now it's gone. They just auctioned off all their stuff just 2 weeks ago. So it is no more. There's one in Plano, and I think it's like defensive driving, comedy defensive driving or something crap. Okay. Well, that's melting. A few more minutes, we're going to dump the sugar in. Let's go check our toffee out over here. Okay. Our toffee over here has been cooling for about nice and solid. That's what I'm talking about. I've already twisted this in half. I'm just gonna. These are semi-sweet. You hear that? It's like pouring it out on glass. That's a good sound. done. What we'll do is leave those sitting for about 5 minutes. And then we'll come back and smooth them out with a bread knife. My little cake froster is not here. So let's go back over here. What's going on? And let's turn that down. Okay, there's our second batch started. Oh man. Okay. This will make, I think, a 1.5 gallon bag full of toffee. So we'll split it and bring 2 3/4 pound bags or gallon bags of toffee. And I'll put my business card taped to each side of it, so when people come and mow, they'll go, man, that Kenny, he can cook some victuals. That's it up there. Now back over to, they've only been cooling for about 3 minutes. Let's see what's, oh, we can actually do that. Look at that, it's the cake frosting. Look at that. I wish I had my offset spatula. It'd be so much nicer. Oops. First week I was here, I drank a case of Bud Light. I haven't drank a case of Bud Light in 10 years. In a week. I'll tell you what, this stress. When the state comes in and tells you what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, very stressful. Look at that. That's the cook's part right there. I'm going to let that cool right there because I'm going to eat that in a few minutes. What we got here, we got the toasted almonds. We're going to separate those right down the middle. Come on, Kenny. Where's your lighting? I'm sorry, guys. The lighting is at the house. I'll need to bring my rest of my camera equipment over here. My lighting, my guitar, rest of my toiletries. I need my computer and my desk. I'm moving the office and the bird. I've got a 30-year-old African gray that's probably missing me because I'm only stopping by. Now, I went over there today to try to start packing up my office, and I swear to God, within 5 minutes, I hear the front door. She's over there trying to force open the front door, and luckily it's got a key on both sides of the deadbolt, and I had key blocked it. Otherwise, she'd be out the door. Okay. That is done. I'll get another knife out for the next batch. Okay. Now those just gotta cool. We'll just leave them there. Beer. And I'll be done because that'll be 6 beers. Ooh. That's probably got fucking, excuse my French, 30 years of. Well, Mom's been not cooking for 5 years. Before that, I bet you that whole side was full of bread making stuff, cookies, and everything else. We'll do some cookies next week. She'll have fun doing that. You know, if I can get some of her old recipes out of her, she makes the best bread, nice thick hard crust. And the cookies, man, she makes some good cookies. But I got a good cookie recipe too. Makes shit, damn near 5 cookie sheets of chocolate chip cookies. Can't beat that. But I definitely got to get that vanilla over here. You know, the nice thing about it is this oven cooktop will be all cleaned up tomorrow. That's one of her pet peeves. She cleans the shit out of this thing, which I don't mind. If y'all have ever followed me and saw my cooktop when I first started doing the YouTube videos, it was freaking, you know, I don't want to spend my time cleaning the stove. I cook. I just need to throw the stove away before I clean the damn thing like that. And it was like a textured surface. Sucked. Do not recommend it. It looked like galvanized, but it was like brushed stainless steel kind. Do not want a stovetop brushed stainless steel. You want it shiny porcelain like this. You can wipe it off. White works the best. Tell you what, I would like a black one with 6 burners on it and nothing but burner tops. No top surface. Everything's burner surfaces. That's a waste of space right there. Both sides. Bad design. They could have put 6 burners in this. No problem. Scooch these over a little bit. 3 more burners. I don't know why they make stoves this way. They don't listen to people that cook. They put the infrareds and the grillers in the middle, but they're so dang pricey. $8.51. It's still early. You know, it does kind of separate. See how the oils or the butter is sitting on the top of it? And we're at, 257 degrees. Need to stir this and make sure it stays incorporated because it will separate. I've seen it where it separates. I don't know what causes it. So, we're just going to keep stirring this. Alexa, play us a Christmas song. How about that?
Got it. Here's a station you might like. Holiday favorites on Amazon Music.
Alexa, play us some country Christmas songs.
Alright. Here's a station you might like.
No.
Country on Amazon
Alexa,
Music.
play us some country Christmas songs.
The station, Country Christmas
There
on
we
Amazon
go.
Music.
What do y'all think about that? Alexa, off. I don't want to get no strikes. It sounds like George Jones almost. Wish the Alexa would play the football game. Alexa, can you find the football game?
Couldn't find any enabled video skills that can find that. Go to the Alexa app to manage your video skills.
Alexa, can you play ESPN? How about that?
ESPN Radio from Tuning.
Stay in your lane and do what you're good at. Jerry Jones has been able to figure that out.
Alexa, off. That ain't it. It's upside down. Cameraman's falling by the wayside. Let's get the shit together. There we go. See how it's getting kind of sugar starting to get, what would you call that? Spun? It kind of looks spun looking, like it's a cotton candy almost. But in liquid form, that would take your tongue right off if you licked that. It probably tastes good. It wouldn't taste good for very long if your tongue slid off onto the pot. So we have to wait for it to get its caramel type color on it. It's got a little brown to it going on here. Not much. Not enough yet. What's our temperature at, guys? What do y'all think? I think it's around 260. Ooh, look at that. 252. What do y'all think about that? Shh. Shh. Wait way his bark sounds, I don't think anyone will be breaking in here. Hey, there's no one here. Come here. Come here, you big dummies. That's Izzy. That's my mom's dog. That's his new girlfriend. Godric, come here. He's afraid of her. He's even afraid of the cat. Look how big he is. He's a monster, and he's afraid of the cat. He's afraid of the cat. He's a big wuss. But you know what? It's better to have a big dog that's a wuss than a big dog that's a meanie. Because meanie dogs are hard to handle. I had a Calahula. Why do I listen to a dumb dog? I go out there and check the door. I know no one's there. Get a little brown to it. Godric, shut up! I have some chicken and dumplings I made last night. Man, it tasted so good last night. It's going to taste even better tonight. But this has got to be poured and done. It can cool off. I just leave it out for the night. It's room time. Well, I'm glad I got paid because you know what? I was sucking wind. I was kind of worried about it. Usually I would have got this done last Friday. I would have smoked their turkeys 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. But man, with Mom, it's been an ass busting. I still don't know what to do. I gotta figure something out. What do y'all think it's at? It looks like about 275 to me. It's not touching the bottom. Touch the bottom of the pan and give you a false rating. That heat coming off the pan. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Talk about the candy maker. Ooh, 275, 276. What did I tell you? This ain't my first rodeo. Do not leave it at this stage because if you leave it, it will burn quicker than you can turn around and turn the temperature down. So just sit here and stir it. I'm kind of looking at the color now. You want it all copper penny color. So there's a little bit of white or what would you say, tan. In this last stage, it turns kind of quick. I don't know how good the camera's going to pick it up because Kenny doesn't have any lighting over here. Nice thing about having a gas stove, when you turn the gas off, it instantly starts to cool. With the electric stove, it's gradual, which you almost want to take it off the burner on this because it radiates so much heat, it keeps increasing it. But with the gas stove, you turn it off and it's immediately going on the downside. These grates don't hold any heat in, so. And I don't mean to be a pro at this, but it's from past experience. 99. Right, here's 290, 292, 93. Yeah, that's about it there. Another 10 or 15 degrees. Getting that copper penny look to it. That's where all that flavor comes from. You gotta kind of burn it in there. You're not really burning it, but you are changing the flavor of it. Definitely. It tends to go up faster when it gets up above 300, so you really have to watch it. I'm so glad I didn't flick that onto my bear skin since I'm sitting here in shorts cooking. You know, 75 degrees outside today. Texas winter. Mid-November 2019. Man, that looks like some good stuff. We'll turn that off. Pot holders underneath this so it doesn't mess the counter up. See, like I told you, look at the bottom of that. See how it's starting to scorch the... Let me get that on the camera. See how it's starting to scorch the bottom of it? I know the lighting sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. We are done cooking. Let's get us some victuals. Get us some bowls. I made homemade chicken and dumplings last night. Sorry about not doing a video on it, but I didn't even bust a video camera out till last night, but I tell you what, it looks great. But I will show y'all that. Freaking faucet screwed up. That's really crap. Everything has to be repaired around here. Look at that shit. Some good looking chicken dumplings. Sleeper bowls, what we call that. Another bowl of this home, or pot. I made a big bowl of it. I like making big bowls. Oh yeah, that topping's perfect. Okay. Easy peasy. Semi-sweet. You know, my wife likes the milk chocolate and chocolate chips, but I think because this is all made out of sugar, the semi-sweet works better. Oops. A few more minutes. Give or take a day. My favorite movies. 23 years. Give or take a day. It's a little bit premature there on smoothing that out. Now we need is the cat to jump right in the middle of this tonight. I'll kick that cat's ass. So I think it'll steer clear of this. Okay. The rest of the almonds. Okay. We'll put this on top of that one. Done. It's done. What do y'all think about that? It's dinner time. You know what? It's been Miller time for the last 6 beers. Okay. We've got everything done. The toffee's all cooked. We'll be back in the morning and bust it out of the cookie sheets, and I'll show you how I bag it up. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to go mow some chicken and dumplings.